Hello, everybody. Alexander Mazzone from the Galactic Tarot channel. So excited to share with you today 5 tips for easy lucid dreaming, having those flying dreams. Nothing can honestly be better than having these flying dreams. When I wake up from a flying dream, there is no drug, there's no medicine, there's no meditation that can compare to the natural high of having a flying dream. So let's be honest. A lot of people have a lot of reasons on why we want to go lucid, like other things that we can learn, other things that can be done during dream time when we go lucid. But let's get down to brass tacks here, my family. What do we want? We want to be able to fly. We want to be able to remember. We want to be able to get back to those levels of love in life. So without further ado, please hit that like button and subscribe button. We do live readings all the time. I've got my notes totally nerded out for you here today. So number 1, having a dark container. What do I mean by having a dark container? For me personally, to remember my dreams, I need to make sure that there's no light getting in. There's definitely no light actually being cast on my body so I can remember my flying dreams. So the reason why this is happening is certain places where we would be when the light was getting in or wasn't getting in. That was why during those times of life, we remembered our dreams more, which is going to lead me eventually to number 3, which is affirmations. But before I get ahead of myself, I want to make sure that you know the importance of having the dark room. When the room is dark, when we wake up and we see color, when we see lights, when we wake up to a blurting alarm, or something like that, it's going to jolt us out of our dream time. The second our eyes open, we lose a big portion of the dream. So to be able to remember the flying dream, which you did have, telling the self that we're going to keep the eyes closed, keeping the eyes closed upon awakening, and having a dark container helps with that, at least for myself. Moving on. Okay. Midnight alarm and why. Having a nice midnight alarm, and I don't mean at exactly 12 o'clock. I mean about 3-4 hours out from where you went to bed, the time you go to bed at. When we set another alarm, and obviously this isn't for everybody, people have jobs, okay? But if lucid dreaming is really important to you and these levels of power, plain and simple, are necessary for you to be the best version of yourself that you can be, having this alarm go off is going to make you produce double the melatonin. Melatonin is one of the main reasons why we remember our dreams. This is something that makes the dreams get amplified. If you actually think back, you can remember that some of these dreams that you've had, like the most epic, crazy dreams, you'll think back and go, wait a minute, he's right. I woke up during the night to use the restroom, or something happened, something jolted me awake. Certain energies. Sometimes we have that like witching hour around 3 o'clock. The energies are a little intense, either galactically or energetically, and we get jolted awake. So you'll remember on those days where you kept waking up and going back to bed, this is the times that you'd remember these massive amounts of dream time and get into these higher realms, get into these higher dimensions in your dreams. So to go from there, and basically the why, and also the do's and don'ts. Now, I know you heard me say melatonin. I do not suggest that you go take a melatonin supplement. The goal is, with a supplement, just to touch base on the body stuff for a second, supplement means to add to. So we don't want to add something to, because then the body can basically say, oh, I don't need to produce this as much anymore because this person's taking this and putting this in. Would melatonin work? Yes, it would. But I'm suggesting that you train your body to do this naturally. You train your body to do this the right way. And this is why. So number 3, affirmations. So we already touched base on this. So telling yourself before sleep, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and remember my dreams. Picturing yourself remembering your dreams. This is the law of attraction. This is not the theory of attraction. So to manifest that you're going to remember your dreams, you're now going to remember more of the flying dreams that you're having. You're now going to have more of an opportunity to even get to lucidity, which is the point of this dream, this video. Being able to know you're dreaming while you're dreaming. And I'm going to get to that big major tip right here at the end. For the why of the affirmations, Why do we have to do the affirmations? The belief structure. Your beliefs will be your life. This is what I've seen. This is what so many have seen. This is, us co-creating also with each other. This is going to have this amplifying matrix of many, many mirrors to make sure that this thing happens. So to tell yourself, tomorrow I wake up, I remember my dream, remembering the times when you did remember your dreams, meditating on your dreams before you go to bed as well. Even if you're one of those people that say, oh, Alexander, I haven't blah, blah, blah. I don't even want to say it out loud. You're one of those people that says this or that. Was there a time in your life where you did remember your dreams? Thinking back to that time, thinking back to those dreams and picturing them as you're dozing off. Okay. So now number 4, writing down our dreams and why. Alexander's giving you homework. I know it doesn't sound fun, does it? It's something that is very, very necessary to remember more dream time. Spirit wants to see that you're taking this process seriously. So when you wake up, or at some point during the day, I suggest when you wake up, writing your dreams down. This is showing Spirit that you're serious about dream time. This is showing Spirit that you're serious about lucidity and going lucid, and why? Because you know that there are many things that you can learn from other lifetimes, from other dimensions, from the future, predictions that you can make in dream time. This is something that's been going on in my life for over 20 years. This started and began with me in 2001. I know it doesn't show my family, but moving on from that, this is something I've been doing for over 20 years. And I've predicted the future many, many times. I'm not sitting here. This isn't about tooting a horn or anything. This is something that was in the Bible. This has been something that's been in many scriptures. Our dreams are more powerful than science is leading to us to believe. So writing down your dreams is going to have you remember more dreams. And I would guarantee if you write down your dreams, you're going to remember them for a longer period of time. It's like when you wrote out those index cards for a test, and you'd write out the index cards. And then as you were studying them for school, you were like, I remember this. You remember it because you wrote it down. That was part of the process, was writing down the index cards, not just studying some sort of index cards app or something. I know it's not the most green thing. I'm talking to certain generations right now, but I'm letting you know that when you write something down, you're storing it in other places in your brain. There's a multi-dimensional integration that's going on when we do this, because if we're writing it in this reality, what are the other versions of us doing during that present moment? Okay, moving on to number 5, by far my most favorite. I don't even need this book anymore. Number 5, the most important. We finally got there. How to actually go lucid during dream. Okay, so when we go lucid, this means that we are dreaming and we know that we're dreaming. This means that we can basically make the decision to what we want to do next. So I've heard it all. I've heard push the finger through the hand, knocking on the wall. There's been so many practices that people will tell you on the internet, that books will tell you on how to go lucid. I'm going to give you the guaranteed way to go lucid that works every time for me, because I don't think it's possible for our brains to do what I'm about to explain to you right now. So this is the most important part of the video. To tell yourself while you're awake, every time we see something very odd take place. So when we see something odd, we go, oh, wow, how strange. We see, angel numbers. That's an excellent example. You see something that happens that doesn't seem mathematical in nature. It seems like it's like a miracle or a mini miracle. During those moments when we ask ourselves to retrace our steps and go back 3 steps in life, okay? So we're like right now, like I'm sitting here and I'm recording a video with you. But I can remember me getting ready for the video before this. I can remember me, feeding the birds, waking up from my dream, writing down my notes, shaving my neck, doing all the things, whatever it is that we were doing, tracing back from place to place, thinking where we were. We were just at the market. We were over here. We were at the gym. I was over this. I talked to so-and-so on the phone. You can't do that in dream time. So when you become unable to do that, when you become unable to retrace your steps, you'll know that you're dreaming in that moment. Because from my experience, every time, it's just like part of my purpose. I want to help everybody. I want to free everybody. So every time I see somebody in my dream time, I look at them like they're absolutely them. This has been something that's been part of my practice as well. So when I realize I'm lucid, I look around at everybody and I tell them, so and so, whoever you are, like, we're dreaming right now. This isn't real. This is a dream. Like wake up, or like let's go lucid. Let's go fly together. Come fly with me. Anyways, back on track. I always want to like kind of like shake everybody and like tell them, hey, we're all like, let's do this. Let's jailbreak this place, go fly, and like let's go spiritually kick butts and take names. So that's just been my own thing. These people are not always these people. These are reference points in my brain. And that's something, like I said, I can't remember during that time. But what I'll tell you is this: when you do go and try to tell everybody in your dream that you're dreaming, they're gonna go ahead and tell you, no, you're not. At least that's what I've seen. So maybe that's part of my thing. But once you've done the retracing your steps, if you cannot get back, because you won't, I haven't even been able to think back one step, which fascinates me, because if you wake up from the dream, you're able to sometimes, more often than not, if you've been doing this practice, remember like, oh, I had this segment and this segment. You can remember the segment before the segment. Oh, it was daytime, and then all of a sudden I was here and it was nighttime. Oh, I was at the airport, and then before that I was over here in school or whatever. So when we see that stuff taking place and we're in two different places, we can remember this upon awakening. But during the dream, I haven't yet been able to remember the dream segment before that segment when I go lucid. So I wanted to share this with you guys today, because this is just like so important. I think it's so great for mental health and mental well-being. And I think that like anybody that's like seeking drugs or alcohols or medicines or any of these things, I can't compare anything to the high that I have that lasts for days after I have a flying dream. And maybe you can't remember these dreams from when you were a child, like pre-7 years old, but this is something that we all have the ability to do. It's all in the affirmations. It's all in the belief structure. It's all in the practice. And I co-create with you, flowing grace, on this journey of becoming a more lucid individual in your daily lives. Alexander sends you so much love from Sedona, Arizona. And thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and gently caressing the subscribe button. Thank you for being here, my family. Love you so much. Cheers.